Hey traders, John Howell here. Today, we're going to be talking about all the greed that is coming into this marketplace, and it's going to suck a lot of people in. Hopefully it's not you. And there's probably going to be one more last little push to the upside before they really drop on a lot of people. But there's a lot of greed that's starting to come into place. I'm going to show you some indicators that's sharing with you exactly why that is happening in the marketplace from here. So let's actually go and have a look at what's going on with the actual markets itself. And we can go from there. But before I do that, guys, check out this here, right? This is the fear and greed indicator here. Check out this. And this is where I was saying at the start of the session with this video, is that I was saying that at the start of this session, that the greed now is people start to become really, really greedy in the marketplace. And so they're going to suck a lot of people in. They're gonna push it and dump it on a lot of people. Push it and dump it means there's a lot of people out there now that's trading the markets that's not familiar with when the market gets too far extended, we get a pullback. So we're getting through a lot of greed through here. And check out this indicator. So right now we're about the 68, we're about that greed here, right? This above 75 is now getting to the extreme greed. You can see also here that below 25 is now extreme fear. Now, what does this really represent? This really represents getting close to turning points in the markets, right? So when we start to get to extreme fear, guess what's happening? We're now probably oversold on the stock market, and we're going to get ready for a rally soon. We don't know when, right? And I say soon when that happens because we don't know exactly when, because look at this here. It actually stayed down here while the market slowly continued down for a while before we end up getting the reversal in the markets there. Make sense? And look at this here. We also had this here above the 75 level, and then what causes it go from the greed down to fear? Obviously the market's selling off, right? These are short-term swings. Look at this here. It actually stayed above here for quite some time, 75, before we got what? Down. Now we're getting this level through here, right? So even though where the market is right now, we're getting very, very, very close to what I believe is a tipping point in the markets, where I believe, looking at, let's actually bring you up to here. Right, I believe now, just by looking at these markets, let me take this off the screen. Okay. I believe now that we're looking at the markets, we can see that we're probably going to go through another little push to the upside, right, from here. And this is the S&P 500. Let me just double check. Yep, this is the S&P cash. So we're probably going to go through another push to the upside, but I believe this is going to be very short-lived. Now, why I'm saying that is that if I squeeze my charts up, I can't see anywhere on this chart where it went this vertical. In fact, see how this vertical has gone up? It's gone sideways. If we get one more push and we get one more push to the upside like that, we may get that move. But then guess what's coming next after that? We're about to get this really, and then we're about to get something like this coming through here. Or scenario number B, right, is that we're likely to move up, sideways, and then a move up, and then we get this sideways movement from here to here, right? So we can see that's what's going on there. We see what's happening through. The last time we had this sort of crazy move up there was a vertical move. We're talking like a really strong vertical move, and we had a pullback. We had this vertical move here, and we had a very big strong drop. We had a vertical move there, it went sideways for a bit, and then we end up getting what? A bit of a pullback in the markets, right? So I'm not calling for a crash, not crash. I am calling for probably a one more push to the upside in the markets. And that's what we're seeing through there when it comes to that. Now, traders, if you'd like to learn more about how I trade the markets and what I do, I'm giving away a free trading course. That first link in the description. I've actually broken it down into 4 different parts. And I teach you exactly what I look for in the markets, plus also chart reading techniques. I teach you my trading system. I also teach you how I use AI to help me find the trades and so much more. I'm giving that away for free. So that first link in the description there, guys, click on that. So we can see what's happening through here, right? And that's going to be sucking a lot of people into this market. So do not get sucked in. No. Do not get sucked into the markets, right? So, and again, I call it a suck in because, right, just like if, let me go check, is it Apple? Yeah, like see what happened with Apple? Look at this here. Now, I'm not saying this is going to be the be all and end, but look at this here. Up, little pullback. And try to go one last little push, and then look what's happening, right? It's failing through here. Doesn't mean Apple's not going to go up. But what I am saying here is that when the market gets too far extended, they're probably going to push it like here and then drop it again as well too on there. Let's go look at the Nasdaq as well too. And look at the Nasdaq. Now the Nasdaq resistance level is around that level there. So looking at this level here, look at that. Look at that big move up, right? Big move up. From there to there, sideways, and then now we had this move to the upside. So what I'm looking for is I'm probably looking for a bit more of a push above this resistance levels. So we're probably going to get more push to the upside, more to go. And then they're probably going to really take it and turn it on someone's rear end. I say that, guys, because do you know how many times I've actually traded that? It's like, oh my goodness, it's breaking up. And then the market reverses on you. It's like, whoa, man, what a big banana that was. And I couldn't work it out. Look at the Dow Jones. Yeah, look at the Dow Jones. I'm having problems talking right now because I can't even find an area where the Dow Jones actually did what it's doing right now. It hadn't done. Let's go back in time. Probably back here. Well, look at this back here, back in 2017. This is when the whole Trump thing was happening, right? But look what's happening now. Look, if we bring on the 52, and if for you guys that are newbies around here, I use the 52 because as you can see, look what happens. We only get so far away from the moving average before we actually start to come back to it. Look where we are now. A bit of a Superman's trying to take off. I think Superman. Is it Kryptonite? Anyway, Spider-Man. The green mission. Spider-Man's trying to call away. He's trying to call away. And then we have and then we have the Green Lantern. Is it Green Lantern? Anyway, so look what's happening through here, right? Big move up. Now sideways. If we get another push to the upside, it's not ready yet, right? It's not ready. We're going to push to the upside, guys. It's probably going to be one more push to the upside. And then they're going to do something like that with you, right? And then they're going to break it here. This is something in the part number 2, guys, in that free course I give you, first link in the description there. I really talk about the chart reading techniques that's been working since the 1950s. And so make sure you're utilizing that because it's really going to help you when looking for really good entry points in the market. That's section number 2 in the markets there, okay? Actually, the first phase, I really talk to you about the top 13 biggest mistakes you're making right now that's slowing you down and how to overcome them. So you can actually stop making the mistakes right now. It's taken me 19 years to figure all that out when it comes to my own personal trading. Now let's go look at the interest rate. So let's look at TMF. Now TMF, let me take off the moving average now. We don't need you anymore. So let's go look at this here. So TMF actually had a very nice rally to the upside. I bet you Tyler. Where's Tyler? Tyler, where are you? Where's Tyler? Tyler. Do you guys remember Tyler? For you guys, the OG guys, right? Remember Tyler? Why with Tyler? He was just like buying it all the way down. So I hope that if he is going to hold on to this long term, I do believe that we're going to start to get a bit of a turning point in the overall rates, big time. But I really believe that's probably more like maybe next year, right? We may be getting the start of the move right now. The only issue is that we're in a very big, strong downward trend on this weekly chart. Look at this here, down, and we're getting now a move up, right? So we need some sort of change in trend, some sort of higher low to start to create this movement to the upside. So we've got these movements down, strong movement up. Yeah, it's very, very, very hard to say whether this is going to be a bottom or not. What we need, remember, for an upward trend, for a bull market, what do we need? Look at this here. We need what? Higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, right? Higher lows all the way up. We need that's what we need. We haven't even created a higher low yet. So we're not there yet, but it does look like potentially, obviously let's go look at the 30 year. The 30 year is very, 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 very strong pullback. So maybe the interest rates have peaked out here. Maybe they have peaked out because we've got a very strong move up and a very strong move down. If I go to the weekly chart, looking at the 30 here, and that's actually very, very strong on the downside, like really strong on the downside. As you can see, we had this level from there to there. So this is really, 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 really strong. If we cannot hold this level, if we get like a bit of a bounce here, guys, and then we roll over like this is probably going to head back down towards the 3.4%. 3.4%. So maybe that's reason why. Maybe that's one of the things that's given the market a bit of a buoy right now. A bit of a buoy, right? Let's go look at the dollar. And what's happened with the dollar? Now, the dollar is really interesting. And the reason why the dollar is really interesting is this. Check this out. So the dollar is really interesting because high, lower high, lower high, high, and now we have this higher low here. If we really start to hold here and start to really pick up quite strong, we could be getting ready for a change in trend through here. So looking at this level through here, we can see we have this high, lower high, high, that point through there. If we start to get something like this and then a breaking up like that, there's probably a really good chance we're going to start to see some really big, significant movements in the markets from there, looking at the dollar from that point of view there. Let's go look at oil right now. And let's look at oil from the weekly chart. And man, did that completely fake out. Look at this here. Oil, big strong move up. And then we had a big drop to the downside, right? Oil is continuing to see the movement on the downside. High, higher lows. And now look what's happened with oil. Just really pulling back. How come oil... I just filled up my car recently. I'm like, is that really the price with oil? Come on. No, oil's been going down. It's like, I think it's the most expensive that I saw like literally last weekend of filling up my car. It's like, oh man, check that out. Check that price out, eh? Look at that price, man. Anyway, so now let's go look at gold. And what's happened with gold right now? Gold is potentially in a pullback phase. Now I say pullback phase because look what's been happening here with the good old oil, right? The good old oil. Up. Good old oil. Gold, John. Come on, John. Get with it. Gold. And then a big strong move up. And now we're getting a pullback here, right? Look at this here. Low. Higher low. This still could be just another higher low here. Now, we're starting to get some pretty strong sellers like we'll talk about in the silver in a minute. Well, look what's happening here. High, high, low, high, low. Look what's happening right now, right? And so we could be getting ready for another move on the downside from here, right? Something like this. Coming like that through. No, sorry, if we do get something like that, then, whoa, man, this thing is just like no one in control. But right now, the buyers are still in control. We definitely did break above that trend line there, so that's actually not a good sign for the bulls. They really tried here. They pulled back. So really, right now, we've got to be really careful where we are right now. If it has any more stronger selling, then gold is just still going to be stuck in back. It's just gold is just getting back into this no man's land. The thing about gold, guys, is I honestly believe gold is one of those gold is one of the gold mines. What a funky dunk that is, right? Funky dunk that is. Gold is one of the gold mines in the market. I truly, honestly believe gold is one of the gold mines. And I'm telling you right now, on the other side of the election, right, come 2025, oh my goodness, gold is going to be going absolutely ballistic. People say, John, well, I'm going to wait for 2025. Well, you can. I'm not telling you what to do. But when I say go ballistic, we may already be in a very big bull market, because I really do believe that once we start to once we start to really break above these highs up here, guys, guess what? It is on like Donkey Kong. And off the list as well too, silver. Man, silver is really getting smacked hard, isn't it? It's like, look at silver. It's like, here we go. And then just bam, they knock it on its head big time as well too. This is not what you want to see in a good bull market, right? I really was looking at this saying, okay, well, maybe up through here, down, up. We wanted to see a nice slow pullback, not strong. This is strong, right? Not through here. This is more like a V top. This is creating like a V-top formation right now. And then the market's really dropping hard. So silver's now getting, look at this here. Silver's really getting back into what it's been doing for a long time, especially all through here. Look at this here. Strong up and strong down and strong up and strong down. Silver gets a big move up. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine the movement that's been happening with silver? And especially like people that are trading like options on it, they're probably getting their heads handed to them. And that's where traders, please make sure that you're being patient within these markets right now. We are in a very volatile period right now, guys, and it's one of the most trickiest environments I've been in for quite some time. And so you really need to be disciplined. And also, one of the big things, guys, right? When you have a losing trade, when you know it's a losing trade and it's not working, make sure you just get out of that position really quickly, right? Get out of the position really, really, really quickly. Because as you would know, one of the hardest things about trading is taking a loss, right? Now, you're gonna have losses. That's just part of the parcel, part of the deal, right? When I'm having a loss, the thing is that when I know I'm wrong, I'm out fast. And when I know I'm right on the trade, or the trade is right and it's going to move, I will let the trade run, right? Because therefore I'm creating the opportunity to get out fast for losses, cut my losses short, and I'm getting out. And also there, I'm getting out. What's the word for it? And then I'm holding on, should I say? Then I'm holding on, like I'm in a trade right now. I've been in it now for about a week, holding on as it continues to make more and more profit. So you be patient with the winners, let them go. But when you know you're having a big loop, when you know you're in a trade and it's wrong, the best thing to do is try to cut that. Now it's easier said than done, right? Because your emotions are involved there, and especially I think it's in number. I think it's in section number. Actually, yeah, in the 4-part trading course I give you, link in the description there. I think it's the part number 1 is I talked to you about the biggest mistakes you make right now, and also talked to you about how to overcome them. And one of the biggest things for me is I had to learn the art of cutting my losses short, but then when I was on a good winning trade, letting that trade run on and be a winning trade as well.